Okay everyone, it's time for another update of the EZPZ Interaction Toolkit. So if you're an existing user of the toolkit, what you can do is you can go to the GitHub and then download the latest Unity package that's linked in the README file. So the way you do that is you just click on that guy there, place it in a location that you know, and then drag it over the window of your pre-existing EZPZ project. So what you do is you just go do this, drag it into the assets pane, and it's going to look a bit different on mine because this is obviously the latest version. In fact, this is the core version, so there's nothing really to update here, but in your version, if you have an older one, you can see a whole bunch of assets that need to be imported in this, and then you just go ahead and click on import. That would be around about here. Okay, so what are the changes? So I just implemented a diegetic menu to kind of counteract some of the bad practices in the world where we attempt immersive design, but we still use a two-dimensional screen paradigm where we stick interface elements onto the screen. That doesn't work in immersive design. Everything ideally needs to be diegetic. But that does have some issues. So if you just had a menu or diegetic interface elements that's stuck onto the world, it doesn't really have the convenience of being able to follow you. So this is what this update is about. So you can kind of see what the user would see on the right, but you can also see what's really happening on the left, where the menu itself is following. So this has a bunch of challenges as well, because as soon as we turn around, like the menu doesn't follow us, and that's good practice because we don't want people getting sick, but we still want them to have access to the menu. So the counteract or the solution to that is to just have these little alignment buttons in here. Some other solutions would be basically just have a very slow alignment rotation that isn't exactly fixed to the rotation of our heads, but like kind of just slowly rotates. Let me see if I can demonstrate that. So this would be a slow rotation that isn't a snap, that's not completely stuck into your view. But for now, I'll just have this sort of like you click on the button for it to actually align, otherwise it's just going to follow you without rotating. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So like these buttons here is just the same kind of buttons that you would have in a regular EZPZ toolkit here. So these are like EZPZ interactables with the same elements in here. But the only difference is that they're on a rig that rotates and follows the player. And hopefully this is useful for you. Thank you for listening.